Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another brand new live stream. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2026. Here we are joined in Toronto, Canada for yet another brand new spiritual live stream. As the days progress, I'm going to get better at this. More energy is going to come your way as my studio in the background gets better, more consecrated. More energy spaces are built here in this environment, in this room. The more energy you will receive simply by me talking. If you're watching the recording and are just peaceful and chilling out, welcome, shout out to you. And if you are watching live, hello and good to see you. We are going to just pause and reflect on our lives, on our situation, as to what is happening in us right now. What are you thinking about, my friend? What are you feeling? What do you know that you need to do? What do you know that you don't need to do? What are you pursuing in your life? Are your goals coming to fruition? Just take a moment and reevaluate your life's situation to see where you stand. Hello, Mr. Cat. Welcome. Good to see you. Always the first one here. Shout out to you. A pause is needed a lot of the times, my friend, to just relax and see where you are. If you're ever lost in the woods, this is one of the things that the experts always say for you to do. Just for you to pause and don't do anything. Just sit still. Find a rock, find a log, sit down, and don't move for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes even, maybe even longer, and just be aware of your situation. Take account to what you have, take account to where you are, to what is on your body, how you're feeling, how you got here. Allow all of the information to seep into your mind. Something similar needs to get done on a weekly or monthly basis in your life every day. I'm sorry, maybe even every day, but definitely at least once a week or once a month. Today is also a special day because today is Ekadashi, which is time of the lunar. It's a one significant solar or a lunar cycle. So we're gonna find out exactly what that word means. And so today is a perfect day to just sit as you're watching this live stream and reflect on what's happening, where you are in your life, how you got here, are you where you want to be, where do you want to go, and what do you need to do to get there. Okay, with that being said, we are going to jump into our first goal of the day, which is to look at a Sadhguru's quote for today. Today's Sadhguru's quote is, thank you first to watch for the 200 joules. It is not this is not the goal. This is it. So, April 27th, 2026, Sadhguru's quote of the day is, guilt is a socially cultivated emotion, a poison directed at yourself. I never knew that guilt is a socially cultivated emotion. I thought that guilt is a kind of... Well, instead of me guessing, let's ask everything that every human being has ever written about the subject of guilt by asking ChatGPT or asking the Grok AI. Hello, everyone. If you're tuning in, welcome. Good to see you here. God bless you as well. Hello, can you hear me? Excuse me, we're having some technical experiences. We need to change our Wi-Fi. Okay, perfect. Hello, Grok. Hello, Grok, can you hear me?
Hey there. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
So,
What's on your mind?
there's a quote that I want you to analyze. It goes like this: Guilt is a socially cultivated emotion, a poison directed at yourself.
Guilt as a poison directed at yourself. That's a sharp way to put it. If guilt is socially cultivated, it's like society hands you the script for what counts as a crime, then you turn the blade inward, beating yourself up long after anyone else cares. The key tension is whether all guilt is poison or if some of it is useful feedback. Small doses can keep you from repeating mistakes. The rest? Yeah, it's often just self-punishment, especially when the rules you're following are arbitrary or outdated. What's the context for this quote? Something you read or just something you're chewing on?
This is Sadhguru's quote of the day, and I want you also to define the word guilt to me, please.
Got it. So Sadhguru's take is guilt is basically society's poison that you drink yourself. Here's a clear definition of guilt. Guilt is the uncomfortable feeling that you've done something wrong, broken a rule, or hurt someone, often followed by a desire to make it right or punish yourself. In other words, it's your internal alarm system saying you crossed the line. Sometimes the line is real and useful. Sometimes it's just something society painted there, and that's where Sadhguru's poison idea hits home. Which part of this are you most curious about?
Cool. So, guilt. Guilt is a socially constructed idea to punish yourself afterwards. Let's say you're doing something wrong and people talk bad about you. You're probably going to go home and feel guilty about that. A little bit of guilt is, like Grok said, maybe good and useful. It's going to help you to change your mindset. But a lot of guilt is not so good because it is a poison for your mind. So welcome everybody in the chat. Welcome to a brand new spiritual live stream. We're here in Canada. Welcome Daniel. Welcome BT. Rishu, hello. If you have questions or comments, I'll be happy to read them. Send them over. Om Namah Shivaya. Yes. As you can see also, my friends, Shiva. Yes, I understand that eating animals is not considered cannibalism, but I consider it cannibalism because we're both mammals. We both want to live. We both don't want to die. And you're eating a body part. You're eating flesh, the same flesh that you are made out of. So in that context, I'm calling people that eat meat cannibals. In a kind of funny way, I understand that technically is not correct, but if I explain it this way, then it is correct. So thank you for your comment. And we're going to continue on, my friends. As you can see that we have a beautiful, very beautiful live stream super chat goal here set up for $1,000. That's a lot. But hopefully we can accumulate this donation over the period of 21 days. That is how long it's going to take for my mom to come back. And this entire goal will be a gift to my mom to do a live stream with me. My mom is a very spiritual individual, and I think you would all be very blessed and lucky to have her talk to you or talk to everybody. And I think this will be the thing that gets her out of not making videos and just being in the private place, you know? She's not in the public eye in any sense. She's not making videos. She's just a spiritual person living her life. But I think this will be the thing that gets her towards going towards making videos and educating people on her spiritual experiences. So if you care to donate and if you want to see the live stream, please donate via the link in the chat that I pinned. That is the best place to donate, as I get to keep 100% of the profits and none of the funds go to YouTube. BT asks, where have I been to India? I've been to a few places. I've been to Coimbatore, South India, or Tamil Nadu, and I've been to Uttarakhand, which is in the north. So I visited the Isha Yoga Center, as well as I visited Kedarnath. And Kedarnath is, of course, in the Himalayas, and that is my most viewed video on YouTube of me going into the Himalayas and to Kedarnath temple. Mitchell or Michael says, Sadhguru is fake. I do not believe Sadhguru is fake. I believe he is real because I have seen him. And maybe he's a robot, but it's a very convincing robot. So generally speaking, I think he is real. I have researched him for over 7 years. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you very much. And if you blindly believe tabloids, like he killed his wife, then you're going to believe that because, well, the newspaper read it, so it must be true. And of course, everything that the newspaper writes is factual, always. But if you take a little bit of a closer look and hear his perspective and understand there were 20 witnesses of what happened, then you will start to conclude that maybe what the vested interests are talking about him is maybe not so true. Okay, shout out to you, Michael. Michael knows he killed his wife because apparently Michael was there. Right, Michael? I wonder what led you to become a guru or a spiritual leader. Well, spiritual experiences led me to become a guru or a spiritual leader. Of course, that is not for me to claim. That's for other people to claim if I'm a guru or a spiritual leader because, well, how can I claim those things? I can only claim those things for egotistical purposes. But a guru is something that is for somebody else. So Sadhguru is my guru. I can very easily and comfortably claim that. But am I your guru? That's something for you to consider yourself. And what led me to become like this? Well, massive spiritual experiences. I've been to many places, many spiritual places, many Buddhist monasteries, and meditated a long time, studied spirituality. Spirituality was the most important thing in my life. And I think that's what led me to be like this. So thank you for your question. Can you explain what's all in your background, those idols and those stuff? Absolutely. So the most important thing that you see in my background is Sadhguru. This picture of the man that you see, that's one of the wisest men to ever live and live right now. Next, you see this big, black, beautiful statue. That is Shiva, the first yogi. And it's a wonderful image of him having a snake around his neck and a moon crescent on his head and long flowing hair. So it's a beautiful, blissful statue. And the brass statues you see are statues of Vishnu. Then right here is a yantra of the Dhyanalinga temple. What you can see is a solidified piece of mercury metal that is sitting right next to it that really enhances the energy of the yantra and sends it your way. So if you want to purchase some of these technologies, go to my website, shivakailash.com. No, you did not offend me. I'm just explaining to you the situation. You're not a guru, Shiva. You're just some dude running a live and convert people to veganism when 90% of your chat loves eating meat. Okay. Thank you very much for your comment. It's good that you are spiritual. Thank you. But don't make Sadhguru your guru. I'm sorry. You are getting offended. I'm not getting offended, and Sadhguru is my guru, and I have made him my guru because Sadhguru works very well. Sadhguru is very, very wise, and Sadhguru has transformed my life for the positive in so many ways. So thank you very much. So have you been to Tamil Nadu? Yes, I've been to South India. I've been to the Isha Yoga Center in South India. Wonderful place, wonderful weather, wonderful mangoes. Thank you for your comment. What is Mahasamadhi? That is the thing that Sadhguru's wife took. There's a person here, Michael, is believing tabloids that he reads online of Sadhguru killing his wife, and he's very concerned about that, even though probably in his life he kills many animals and he eats them. But regardless, Sadhguru's wife attained Mahasamadhi, which is the highest goal of any spiritual seeker, which is to consciously conduct your death process. I don't mean by damaging your body in any way. I don't mean by hurting yourself in any way. I mean by you having complete mastery over your life energy, and you decide when is the time for you to leave this planet. You decide tomorrow is the day, without damaging yourself in any way, your life energy just decides to go. Is that something that's capable for everybody? Well, technically, yes, but are you going to do it? That takes extreme mastery. And Sadhguru's wife did that. So shout out to Sadhguru's wife, we bow down to her. Also, to give you a little bit of a bonus point of why I strongly believe that Sadhguru had nothing to do with his wife's passing, is because of Vijima's Mahasamadhi. So Sadhguru's wife has a Mahasamadhi. It's a stone that sits in the Isha Yoga Center. I personally have never been there, but I've seen videos of that place, and just seeing the videos alone, I can feel the energy. The energy is incredible, exquisite. So shout out to her. That is how I know that it is most likely true. Okay. We can still be friends, Shiva. I watch your lives for entertainment value, not meat or no meat. Okay, cool. Shout out to you. Describe your most profound experience of awakening during meditation. Is when I saw emptiness. This was many years ago. I sat down on a rock. I perceived the emptiness of the existence, and my life and my human mind has never been the same since. That was the most powerful one. Okay, Michael Owens still continues on with all capital letters saying he killed his wife. He never attained awakening. You mean she never attained awakening? Okay, you can't be convinced. Mahasamadhi isn't done that way. Yes, it is. Yo, today in India, being religious is cringe. It's cringe to you because you're trying to become like a Westerner, so you are cringe. Do you believe the should eat meat? Yes, I think that people should not eat meat. Excuse me. People should not eat meat because it involves killing other animals. She wanted to go. Actually, she said many times, according to Sadhguru and her friends, that she wants to leave when the time is good. And she talked to her daughter as well about this. And her daughter has the same thing to say. So do you think that if your dad killed your mom, you just would stay quiet or just follow along the script for 30 years plus? No, I don't think so. So shout out to you. I'm not stealing hotel towers. Excellent. She should not steal anything because stealing is very bad for your mind. Shiva is the god of gods. That is correct. Shiva is also the god of destruction. And that's who I have behind me. Thank you for doing that, mate. Can you show that spiritual medal or something that you're talking about in the back we can't see? Well, it's all right here. It's all right here. Do you have a girlfriend? No, I do not. Her friend said Sadhguru wouldn't let them or the family see the body because the body was cremated, right? Instantly. Once the body dies in the Hindu culture, I don't know if you know this, but within 1.5 hours, the body should be cremated. So what are you going to do with a corpse? Are you going to kiss it, hug it? It's a corpse. Anyways, shout out to Sadhguru. And my friends, even if Sadhguru did kill his wife, look at the positive consequences he's established in the world. He consecrated the Janalinga, the Linga Bhairavi temple, impacted billions of people's lives, billions. I don't think he killed his wife, but even if he did, look at the positive things that he's done. Not saying that killing is wrong. Killing, of course, is very, very wrong. Still, look at his life's actions. Do you think a person like that is capable of killing his wife? I don't think so. It's so much cooler when you actually read out chat. You get more views by doing that way, potentially. And if you appreciate it, send a super chat via the link provided down below, not via YouTube super chat, because they take 30%. I'm eating chocolate peanuts right now. Is that okay? Well, it's not okay to the cows because the cow had to be exploited and was very miserable for its entire life producing that milk. So rest in peace to the cow that was slaughtered also for producing your milk. I'm just telling what I've seen. I'm telling you it's a cringe. A girl and boy I'm seeing. Yeah, cool. Indian culture is fantastic and you should be a spiritual person if you're in India. That is what's cringe is wearing jeans in India and trying to become like a Western person. who are all pretty much insane. Don't buy the monk food bowl because the monk, whatever he gets in your arms, and you shouldn't have it. I should have it, and I will have it. Would you like to have a girlfriend? What is to do with a girlfriend? Hey, you're my friend and you're a girl? I have plenty of girlfriends. What am I going to do with those? Oh, you mean like pretend to impregnate them? Nah, no thanks. I'll wait for a wife. Shiva, you're awesome, dude. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. If you appreciate my work, please send a super chat via the Streamlabs link provided. It'll be a text to speech, and I will keep 100% of the profit. So that is the most fantastic way to send your favorite live streamer a donation. Thank you for appreciating me. Dude, please don't scam people in the name of spirituality, okay? Just because you said please, I won't. Why do you have a statue of a Hindu god behind you? Because I love Hindu gods, and the Hindu gods are fantastic and they work. So that's why I have it. What were you going through before you started the spiritual journey? Please elaborate. I was just miserably suffering. My mind was in so many knots, and I needed to find a way out, and thankfully I did. I personally think you are a good person at heart. Stop scamming. Okay, what makes you say that I'm scamming? That's very interesting. Sadhguru lied about his lineage and his enlightenment story. How do you know he lied? Were you there personally, or you just have little fancy beliefs? Let's focus on O.J. Simpson as the football player. Okay. I don't think he killed his wife either. I agree. I don't think this man has it in him. Correct. I think Sadhguru is a wise man. Unless it is vegan product, I might be plant-based. It might be plant. Sadhguru said he never learned and only had one master, but he was a part of a yogi school before he met his wife. Okay. Cooking up some dal. Excellent. Dal is the best. Shiva is the destroyer. That's good. Yes. Oh, what is the girl? Yep. The wrong karma of the food bowl will cancel out your veganism. That is incorrect. It's a metal bowl, and attachments to rites and rituals is a kind of a mental ignorance and stupidity. So me buying a metal bowl has nothing to do with karma. It's just a metal bowl. You see, that's how life works. That's when you become wise after you meditate for a long time. You understand that simple concepts and attaching yourself to concepts doesn't lead to lots of good things. All right, shout out to you. You're not a scammer. You're a real bro. Thank you very much, Ben. I appreciate that. I appreciate your testimonial. People have half knowledge, and the knowledge they carry themselves spread around. They just want to connect with gods and more about it. Hello, Bombi Clifton. Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to this live stream. Welcome to the spiritual live stream. Absolutely, you're welcome to ask a question. If you can, send a donation via Streamlabs. The question will be read out via text to speech. That's the best way to ask a question, and I'll be sure to answer it. Do you do Shambhavi Mahamukriya daily? No, I do not. No, I do not. But I get all the benefits from Shambhavi pretty much by not doing it. So it was good while it lasted. Jesus is the truth. You won't find peace in Hindi gods. May the Lord Jesus open your eyes. The Lord Jesus opened my eyes, thank you. And I did find peace in Hindi gods. So your answer is irrelevant, or your question or your statement is irrelevant. Maybe a little yoga. Well, I am yoga, and I have very strong control over what's happening inside of myself. So things are working out very well. And let's make ourselves intoxicated right at this moment, my friends. Don't you think it's time for us to do that? Yes, I think it's time. Were you born Sanati or were you converted? I don't think you can convert to Hinduism. It's just a powerful spiritual technology that you see and do, and that's what I did. That's what I did. Shiva, do you know what I would have brought for that money? I would have brought a bronze Samadruna in Tantric Union sitting in a triangle lotus. I'll give so much better energy. Okay. Do you do sadhana? Yes, I do sadhana, and I am sadhana. Shout out to sadhana. Do you believe in reincarnation? Yes, I do believe in reincarnation. I also know that very strongly I had a past life memory of me being in a Buddhist monks robes. So shout out to me. Bro, once you listen to Acharya Pasha, you will know all the Hinduism. Excellent. Go do Uber Eats on a bike, you lazy boy. I have done that for many years. Not many years, but many years ago, I did do Uber Eats. It was a fun job, very demanding, and I sweated a lot and made some money. So that was good while it lasted. The traditional Hindus will be offended by you, bro, because a Hindu yogi is by nature a rebel. Cool. If Hindu yogis are offended by me, then they're not Hindu yogis. They're just regular people. Shout out to the regular people that get offended by, I don't know, somebody they see online. Shout out to you. My friends, we are raising a goal to have my mom on my live stream. It is going to be quite a significant goal, but with your contribution, we can make it happen. 100% of the proceeds will go towards my mom as a gift to incentivize her to do a live stream with me. She's very spiritual. And do not send a super chat. The best way to do that is to send a donation via the link provided by Streamlabs. It'll be read as a text to speech, and you get all the benefits, and I get to keep 100% of profit. YouTube doesn't take a cut, those greedy YouTubers. Okay? So please send your donations if you appreciate my work and if you want to have my mom on my live stream. You have a past life memories if you practice with Citter Tree of Life because you used the right word. Okay. Are you Satkiva? I'm not sure what that means. Good for you, bro. You look like you have found peace. Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm kind of curious about his mom. Ben, send a donation. Send a donation via Streamlabs. As you can see, the link that I pinned, that is the best place. Your question or your comment will be shown up here as a text to speech, and I get to keep 100% of your donation. YouTube, the greedy people at YouTube don't take 30%. So please send your donation, and thank you very much for your consideration. Friend, only Christ saves. We only do away with false idols. That is incorrect, Ali. But if you believe that, then that is your belief. If your beliefs are founded in not reality, then, well, you're not going to see the truth. You can't make any donation this month or next month. That is very sad to hear. Where is your Christian? Were you Christian before? Yes, I was born Christian. When mom finds out you were doing this, so she's going to be pissed. No, my mom agreed to this, actually. In June, I will stop being poor. Streamlabs, yes, will do so. Thank you very much. How come you don't do Discord interviews anymore? Because you don't join. How's your day going, sir? Excellent, the boss. Thank you for asking. Any plans for another Vipassana retreat? How far are you onto the Vipassana Center? It's close to Barrie, Ontario. I'm about an hour and a half away from the Vipassana Center. And the next Vipassana retreat is going to be in approximately a year or year and a half. It's not going to be anytime soon. 2028, I think I would do one. So, a year and a half. It's a very nice center, by the way. It used to be a Boy Scout place. Interesting. Okay. I've been to that place many years ago. That was my first Vipassana retreat is in that place. It was hard work. Very, very hard. Sattvika refers to a diet rooted in Ayurveda, and yoga philosophies emphasizes purity, balance, and harmony. Well, certainly I am, because I maintain a vegan diet and I don't pay for animal abuse. So I am on that diet for sure. Thank you for your asking. Thank you for asking. Hey, dude, how's it going? It's going good, Evil Corp. You want to stay away from those evil corporations, my friend. What's your opinion on other religions? I think other religions are cool. And, you know, unless you're in a particular religion where there's lots of peaceful people, apparently, and they decide to show their peace onto others, if you know what I'm talking about, wink, wink. There's a particular religion that comes to mind. Mr. Tahoe, welcome. You're a verified account. That's very nice to see always when a verified account is here. I haven't seen you in a while here. And I think right after you lied about sending $100 or something like that. So shout out to your lies. I think everyone should read Gita if they haven't to their own taste of wisdom. Okay, that's a good idea. Geez, that Dr. Rob dude, what's wrong with that dude? I don't know. He is, he's a dude. Do I have a driver's license? No, I do not. I am 30 years old and I do not have a driver's license. I attempted to get a driver's license at one point and then I realized it's not needed. So I just, if I need somewhere to go, I take a Uber or I take, somebody drives me or I take a bus and it works out pretty good. No, not the Jews, no. What are some good plants to eat? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and legumes. All great plants to eat. What are some good, yeah, okay. Grown man, by the way. Yes, I'm a grown man. Thank you. Like, what's your favorite plants? Again, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, legumes. That's a verified account. Yes, Matt Guy. That check mark means he's verified. He has approximately 100,000 subscribers, which I don't know how he got there, but I think from doing live streams from what I've checked. Take a bus. Buses are great. Buses are great, except it takes a long time to get to where you want to go. Can eat meat. Can you eat meat? Yes, you can. Should you eat meat? No, you should not. Rest in peace for the animals that have to die every single day. When do you plan to travel? Approximately maybe in the wintertime in Canada, because it'll get very, very cold, and I don't like getting cold. So no hate towards you. Any other religions? Oh, no hate towards any other religions, but some people that do evil things in the name of religions, they should be punished and put in jail. Pasta, rice, potato, vegetables, legumes, fruits, mushrooms, tempeh, seitan, tofu, nuts, and seeds. Yes, except tempeh. Tempeh is a negative pranic food. It's a mold. You should probably stay away from tempeh. Bro, are you referring to my religion? I am a Muslim. Ding, 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 ding. Very peaceful people in that religion. And definitely don't do any crimes against humanity. Shout out to them. Okay? If you take all the major religions combined, excluding Islam, and see all the attacks that they do on people, it does not equate even close to that peaceful religion. So shout out to that peaceful religion. It clearly is very peaceful by the evidence. So results speak for themselves. Have you visited any temples in India? Yes, I visited many temples in India. The most important one, of course, is being the Dhyanalinga temple, which is right here. This is Sadhguru's temple. It is a temple with 7 chakras fully energized. I wouldn't worry half them. My friends, if you're enjoying this live stream, consider sending a donation. This is what I do for work, at least right now. This is I'm volunteering my time. And you can do that via streamlabs.com. The link is posted in the description. It'll be a text-to-speech donation. Also, that fund will go towards my goal of live streaming with my mom. All these donations will be gifted to her for her to do a live stream with me. So if you want to see that in the next 21 days, please send a super chat or please send a donation via Streamlabs and make it a big one. Thank you very much. And I get to keep 100% of the profit. That is why it is fantastic. And it'll show up here on the screen, and we'll see your message, and it'll be fantastic, and we'll all be very happy. Okay, thank you very much. Exactly how much soy percentage is in the meat does it take to be a vegan? I do not know.
At the dog ate my pit bike donated 10 Australian dollars through Super Chat.
Thank you very much. The dog ate my pit bike for your beautiful orange yellow donation. $10 Australian donation. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you can see, every single donation is text-to-speech. In the future, if you can or if you may, the best place to donate is Streamlabs, because I get to keep 100% of your beautiful donation. But this is also extremely appreciated, and this goes towards my goal with live streaming with my mom. So I have to update this. Beautiful. Let's continue reading your comments, my friends. So technically, you don't like... Yes, that's correct, because, again, they hurt a lot of people, so please don't hurt others. Thank you very much. Why don't you live stream with Dr. Rob now? Because we kind of went our separate ways. Time for orange socks? Yes, time for orange socks, Bamu. And if you send a super chat or you send a donation via Streamlabs, the link provided in the description,
Foreign Camillin donated $10. Thank you for everything you do. Can't wait to see the live stream with your mom.
Thank you very much to Mr. Foy, the first person ever to send a donation via Streamlabs. Thank you very much. I get to keep 100% of that donation, and that donation will go towards my mom, my beautiful mom, which I owe my life to, towards her doing a live stream with me. So thank you very much. I highly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May you be blessed with a long life. Let's continue reading your beautiful comments and questions, my friends. Orange socks, yes, orange socks. I remember the unusing heroes. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Dr. Rob and Shiva are the same. Make no mistake, y'all. Not sure what that means, but shout out to Dr. Rob. Dr. Rob is crazy. He is on the crazy side, certainly. Never heard of Dr. Rob. Ben, you are definitely new here. And if you ever want to find some entertaining videos, go on my YouTube Shorts and see the times that I did a video, a dual screen video with some guy, the bald guy. You're in for a treat, okay? You're in for some entertaining treats. You have talked a lot about eating animal and abuse. I think it would be good to donate the money to ending animal abuse, and I want to know the name of that organization. Well, yeah, the name of the organization is Shiva, Kailash, Shambho, because I do not contribute to the abuse of animals. And here's a better idea. Instead of sending some money towards ending animal abuse, why don't you personally stop abusing animals? Instead of me going and spending time somewhere else, you just make a simple decision, just to not eat animals. And instantly, animal abuse will end on your behalf too. Wow, look at that. It's so efficient. That's so efficient. Thank you. Thank you, Ascendant Guru, for your comment. Dr. Rob is a famous Buddhist yogi, certainly, in some sense. In Hinduism, or is your journey against sexual activities? I want to become wiser with my sexual activity. So, I'm celibate. Is that what you're asking? Yes. Matt Guy, 34. Shout out to Matt Guy, says, can it be a beekeeping stream with your mom? Certainly, Matt Guy. And just because you asked, that'll be a bonus live stream. We are in the process of beekeeping, and if my mom does the first initial live stream with me, then more live streams and more videos will be to come. I can promise you that. And certainly a beekeeping live stream is due for the future. Thank you. Thank you for your comment or question. What's vice today may be a virtue tomorrow? Veganism. It's hard to be a vegan, or there's not many choices apparently. But in the future, people that are vegan now will be looked upon as the pioneers. So shout out to the vegans, the virtuous people. What's up, Shiva? State of Danny, welcome. I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome, good to see you. Peace be upon you, upon Dr. Rob, great dude in their own right. Thank you. So are you celibate? Yes, I am celibate. I've been celibate for many years. Thank you for your question. Doesn't matter what Dr. Rob was. He lives, streams the other day was unhinged. Yes, he's unhinged a lot of the times. Do you stream for money? Yes, I do, to some extent, or to a large extent. But not all of it. I was doing YouTube for 3 years when I was making no money. So this is my passion. I would do YouTube live streams even if it made me no money. I would still have to figure out a way to feed myself, but this is definitely a passion of mine. I don't like Dr. Rob's face. I don't like his personality and the way he acts. He is great hatred in Dr. Rob's heart. Yeah, certainly he has some hatred, but we all have hatred in our hearts. So the way to solve hatred is to love. That's the eternal law. I see the name same in Dr. Rob as it used to be belittle and abuse Shiva. Well, shout out to him. He's not doing that anymore because he's not doing live streams with me. You know Ramakrishna Paramahamsa? Yes, I know of him. I've read some of his books, or some parts of his books. Because Shiva gets more super chats than Dr. Rob, that's why. Shout out to Minato. Minato, if you want to send me a super chat, you can do so via clicking the Streamlabs link. It is the best place to send a super chat because it's text-to-speech, and I get to keep 100% of your GGC donation, and it goes towards my mom's live stream, which we are 1/20th of the way there. Shout out to you for getting us to the goal. We will certainly do a live stream with my mom. Thank you. I heard you fart in the bathtub and bite the bubbles. You did not hear such things because that didn't happen. Indoor beekeeping is awesome. Indoor beekeeping, I've seen videos of indoor beekeeping, but that's a little bit too extreme for me, or too advanced for me. Can you introduce about your mom? Tell us about her. Introduce us. Where is she? What is she? I will certainly do that for a Streamlabs donation, and I'm willing to do that happily for free as well. So my mom is a Ukrainian in origin. She took care of me. She's very important in my life. Of course, every person's mom is important, but she has done a lot for me. Not just physically, she raised me, but also spiritually. She's my spiritual friend and a companion, and I look towards her for any time that I need spiritual guidance. So my mom is very wise, very smart, and I think that it will be very valuable to have her on the live stream. So if you want to contribute and make sure she gets on, please send us a donation via Streamlabs. The link is down below. I get to keep 100% of the profits, unlike YouTube here, and we'll make it happen. And you're gonna get to see it. So shout out to my mom. I love her very much, and I hope that she starts to make YouTube videos. That will be awesome. There's something very different with Dr. Rob. Yes, there is. Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome. Use your donations to build something. Absolutely. I built a beehive, so that's what I use donations for. Dr. Rob is this fall from grace, the Buddhist monk who has embodied the group. I've seen the kind of live streams he makes. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Dr. Rob's live streams are a little bit unhinged. That's true. Challenge, I bet you don't know Belur math. I don't know. It's not about your... Okay. Since coming back home and your whole Asia season has come to an end, what's been your greatest takeaway? Man, traveling is amazing for your mental health and just overall well-being. So definitely travel. It'll make you happier. That is my biggest takeaway. So traveling did a lot of wonderful things for me. Thank you for your question, Saint Vanny. What's your take on happiness from self versus happiness from being dependent on others? Is a social relationship absolutely essential? I'm not sure I understand your question, but it's important to be happy, regardless of yourself depending on others or anybody else. You can make yourself happy just by changing your brain chemistry in a little bit. So you have to learn to meditate, and you can do that very easily. Maybe you can refresh the question and I'll answer it. What about dairy products? I mean, I can't stop eating meat, but I can't stop eating dairy products. Why can't you stop eating dairy products? Just stop. Or just change, instead of drinking milk, drink some almond milk. Instead of eating cheese, get some vegan cheese and see if you like the taste. And the best way to stop is to watch a vegan documentary like Dominion or Earthlings, or watch how the process to make milk happens in the dairy industry, or the slaughterhouses, you could say. It is the best motivation, because once you see how much the animals suffer and how unnecessary it is, it's very easy to stop. Shout out to you. Thank you for striving to be vegan. I bet you don't know or don't know. Yeah, okay, we already answered that question. According to you, whether in meat or plants, be thankful you have it. Certainly. I found you guys during Ramadan, and besides the horseplay and drama, it's been really inspiring. I've been clean from drugs and alcohol and meditating a lot, so thanks, bro. Thank you very much, DVG. I remember you. I recognize your name. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm glad that you appreciate these live streams. And doesn't mean you have to do that, but the best way to appreciate the live stream is clicking the Streamlabs link down below and sending a nice, super juicy super chat to contribute to the goal with me doing a live stream with my mom. Thank you very much. And that's a better way to donate because it doesn't involve any YouTube fees. Sending love and positivity from Europe. Welcome, vegan with the hunting knife. That is me, absolutely. Hey, skip my comment, but that's okay. I'm sorry about that. Where is your comment? There's a lot of trolls that say that, but you can write it again. Sending love, thank you. Are you originally from Ukraine since your mom is Ukrainian? Yes, I was born in Ukraine. Judge others in humor, not rage. Okay, sounds like wise thing to say. It's not that hard to watch them. I just like it too much. Give me money. And somebody says, okay. So I think it's hard for me to watch those documentaries. It's painful and yeah. So we are going to pivot, my friends. I think we've exhausted pretty much most of the questions that were asked, and a lot of people have left the live stream, so shout out to them. And we are going to maybe watch some videos. Seriously, do you think that war in Ukraine is a dead end? And is it going to be this meat grinder with young... It is a meat grinder for young men, but I think it is going to come to a close soon because Ukraine is winning. For the first time in the war with Ukraine and Russia, Ukraine is starting to win. Russia is taking heavy losses. They can't do anything about it. Ukraine has advanced the technology for sending drones. They're taking out Russia's drones. They're making cheap $500 drones that take out $50,000 Shahid drones. Ukraine is also sending drones into Russia and destroying their oil production capabilities, which is plummeting Russia's economy to zero and to tank. So there's so many things that Russia is doing wrong, and so many things that Ukraine is doing right, and Ukraine is really hammering Russia, which is good to see. So I hope that Russia collapses very soon, and that dictatorship ends, and the Russian people gain more liberty. Hi, commenting on my question again. Being self-dependent, emotionally satisfied with oneself versus being emotionally dependent on others due to social norms in form of relationships, which is right? Well, certainly the first one is right. You want to be dependent on yourself. So as a wise man once said, if you are alone and you feel lonely, then you are in bad company. You yourself, first and foremost, have to become in a state of pleasantness and calm and happiness just by yourself. If you're not, then you're in bad company. And you don't necessarily need others for that, for your happiness and well-being. You know, logistically, you need that. You need others for your food and other things like that, survival-wise. But for your own inner happiness, you are 100% responsible for how you feel. So please take the reins of your life and go forward. But Lord Krishna loved dairy products, and I get dairy products from my local shop, and they treat animals fairly. Well, my friends, the last comment is all that we have to look towards, because killing an animal is not treating it fairly. Me taking a bolt gun and shooting a cow in the head and killing it instantly is not fair treatment. Taking a knife and cutting the throat off of a cow is not fair treatment. Ending any animal's life prematurely because I want the meat is not fair treatment. So it's not fair to say that that's fair treatment. Please acknowledge that. Akash, what are you talking about? Okay. What was your decision not giving up driver's license spiritually? I just felt like it was not the right time. I'm not competent to drive. I think it's kind of a dangerous thing, and I don't necessarily want to drive either. Also, the high fees of buying a car, paying for insurance. I think insurance is just a scam. And paying, what, $300 for insurance and buying a $10,000 car? Why do I need that? I just take an Uber whenever I need to. It's like 30 bucks. Oh, and I save a ton of money, and I don't need to drive and have, liability on carrying me around. So no, I don't need that. But I sure will probably buy or get a car as I grow older. Why are you not in Ukraine fighting? You prefer begging coward. I'm not in Ukraine fighting because I don't like wars, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that. And I'm also not in Ukraine. So if I was in Ukraine, probably I would do that. But also, I don't believe in wars. But I contribute in whatever way that I can towards Ukraine's freedom. Canada bacon is the best pizza topping. And no, it's not. You skipped my comment. Okay. Does that room smell like farts? No, I have the windows open, and my farts are vegan. So they smell amazing, like fruits. No, actually, I'm just kidding. I don't fart. Dude looks like 1,800 Ukrainian prince or something. Oh, 1,800 prince. With that beard, he's committed to go to... Okay, thank you. Thank you for your respect. There is no winner. Yes, there's no winner in wars. Only widows. Okay, guys, not from Afghanistan. He's from Canada. That is correct. I'm in Canada. So I clicked on 2 of your shorts with Dr. Rob, and the first question that came to my mind is, why are you not deleting it? Because it's funny and it's entertaining. He's a scammer. He went on a live streams the other day with Dr. Rob. Yes, I did, but I'm not a scammer. I do live stream with Dr. Rob. Thank you for your comment. Exactly. What are you going to do to have animal welfare written into law? Because while you're eating those vegetables, there's still suffering, dude. And you're gonna manage to convince many. So they're suffering not because of laws or because of other people. It's because of you. It's because of us. So if I'm paying for the suffering, then I'm responsible. If you're paying for the suffering, then you're responsible, not the legal lawmakers. Look at your own actions. Don't wait for somebody to make the changes for you. It's on your dinner plate. If there's a steak on your dinner plate, then 100% the responsibility is on you, because you are causing suffering to animals directly, not anybody else. You have 100% responsibility. We have to change. We have to change, not anybody else. Somehow, psychology, theology, spirituality condense into one thing: self-realization. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Self-realization is the key. Around the time Dr. Rob did the Looks Maxing Discord live stream. Okay, not sure what you mean. No, I mean, they're just selling dairy products, not meat products, and I just eat eggs and dairy products for protein. Okay, shout out to that, but please educate yourself on the way that the cows and the chickens are being treated for those products. And they also get slaughtered. They also get slaughtered. So it's not much different from eating meat. Okay, so please watch some documentaries. Do you donate money to them? Bet you don't. Donate money to who? To Ukraine? No, I don't. Thankfully, Ukraine got a $90 billion loan from the European Union, and that's a little bit more than any $5 that I can send to the Ukrainians. So shout out to the Europeans. Where do cow's milk come from? Cows and buffaloes, and their life is not the great in the egg, poultry farm, chicken, and cage. Yes, my friend. So we all have to become vegan. That is the ethical choice. If we become vegan, that'll be so good for the animals, that'll be so good for our environment, that'll be so good for our hearts, my friends. Let me tell you personally from my life, as I'm meditating more and more, I'm realizing how much bad karma I've accumulated into the organ of my heart by consuming dead animals and flesh and animals' corpses. That's objectively what it is. Logically, that's what it is. You see, let me take you on a different example. Or me ingesting those animal body parts, it hurts my heart because it's filled with blood. It's filled with the animal's emotions. It has an impact on my body. My body is made up of that. Now, having been a few years of me completely sacrificing that from my diet, I have noticed that I'm purging those emotions. I'm purging that negative energy from me. And I'm so thankful that I made the decision now to go vegan than, waiting longer. And it hurts, my friends. I promise you, you're going to make the right decision by giving this up. It will be the similar thing. Let's give you an example. Somebody that is abusing women and then records himself abusing a woman. Okay, and then you go to the market and you see that video being up for sale and you say, okay, I want to watch a woman being abused. You're paying the person that abused the woman. So that's already a bad karma that you're doing. Then you're taking that DVD, you're plugging into the computer, and you're watching a woman be abused. That energy is going into your psyche and going into your body, going into your mind. You're going to suffer the consequences for that because you're watching somebody get hurt actually. Whatever intention you have towards doing that, that's bad, that's wrong. And you're going to have to purge that. So that's why I say that I'm purging myself from all the meat that I've eaten. And you're going to do yourself a great favor by sacrificing this from your diet as soon as possible because you're not going to do yourself any favor by continuing. And yes, my friends, I'm doing these live streams in exchange for donations. If you think this is valuable, if you like what I'm doing, and if you've benefited at all from my live streams, please consider sending a super chat. You can do that via the Streamlabs link down below. It's the best way to do that, best way to send a donation, because I get to keep 100% of the profits. And it'll be a text-to-speech, so it'll show up here. Your question or comment will show up right on the screen. Thank you very much for all of those that have contributed. Let's continue reading your questions. You also practice what witches do, chakras, therefore you are not the true God. No, chakras are just objective things that are in the body. There's nothing witchcraft about it. It's just objectively how it is. Just like there are veins in the body, there are chakras. How much is India paying you to do this? 0. But there are also no Chinese people here. Yeah, that's okay. I'm vegan. I love my dog. I understand. Excellent. The way you talk, you have not even going to be able to make someone change their plan to one single vegan meal. And that's not true, Ascending Guru. People have even sent super chats here on this live stream saying that they're going vegan because of me. So there is evidence to contradict what you're saying. There could be some Chinese people here. So what if there are Chinese people here? But what comes outside makes you unholy. I'm not sure what that means. Welcome. Why should we pay your AI script? I'd rather pay 20 euros for the full version of ChatGPT. I'm not scripting AI. This is authentically me. And stand for money. If you're made out of money and you have money in your name and you're here, getting entertained by my live streams, why not send that 20 pounds directly to my Streamlabs? I'd highly appreciate, and you'll make us friend for life. Okay? I'll be your... So shout out to you, and yeah. Get yourself something different to do. Make people eat vegan meals is not your talent. Yes, it is, State of Ascending Guru. And just because you're not going to do it, you want to continue paying for animal suffering, doesn't mean that others aren't close to it. Some beings have very little dust in their eyes. One little two sentences will just change their entire mindset. And people have gone vegan directly as a result of me. So shout out to you. Nowadays is the best for us people. White people are starting to create YouTube, make content in India. Okay. I like pizza, pepperoni pizza. Well, the pigs don't like that. The pigs get killed for that. So rest in peace for the pigs. I heard Sadhguru is a criminal. Is that true? No, it's not true. He is not a criminal. He is a free man, and he's been taken to courts many times, but he's been proven innocent. So shout out to Sadhguru, one of the wisest men in the world. He has opened my mind more. He is opening my mind more on this topic, Dell says. So there you go. Complete contradiction to Ascending Guru's comments. Any plans to move to India? No, Evil Corpse. I'm not planning to move to India, although I've been to India many times, and I love India, and I plan to travel back there. When this guy advertises vegan meals, there is no trace of pleasantness. Listen to this. Fruits for breakfast. Yes, fruits for breakfast. Fruits are nature's candy. Delicious. What is your name? My name is Shiva, Kailash, Shambho. Stop scamming. I'm not scamming to begin with. So, who is Sadhguru to you? Sadhguru is my guru. Sadhguru is the person that clears up delusion and ignorance from my mind. Wonderful being. What is Ryong? Is this? I'm not sure what that comment means. The white guy in a turban does draw some. Yes, that's true. I'm not deceiving or lying to anybody, but I don't know why you would think that. I'm offended. If you're offended, then that's your problem. Being offended doesn't feel too good, so change your mindset. What do you think about Jesus? I think Jesus was a wonderful man. What is your original name? My original name is for my mom to tell you. And if you send a donation via Streamlabs, then your comment will be sent via text-to-speech. And that money will be going to the goal of me giving my mom the gift to do a live stream with me. And when she's here on the live stream, you can ask her yourself what she named me and why she named me that. So please contribute to the goal of me getting my mom on the live streams. Thank you very much. Hey, do you know something? Do you know it's something to do right? I'm not sure what you mean. You ever get food poisoning in India? Not really, but I've gotten sick from drinking the water, meaning cold or like my immune system weakened. Tell us your real name? No. If someone has to know more about Hinduism, where should he start from? By going on YouTube and typing Sadhguru. Sadhguru is the biggest authority on Hinduism right now. And I highly recommend you pause this live stream, go subscribe to Sadhguru, and then come back to me. Should I shut down my slaughterhouse business? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Yuri is his name. Shout out to R1. What made you start doing this? I love YouTube, and I wanted to be a YouTube personality. So what do you do for work apart from YouTube? This is right now what I do for work, and I have my own website. I sell spiritual products. I do spiritual live streams, and maybe if this doesn't work out too well, I'll find another job, something that relates to spirituality. Do you read the Bible? No, I do not. You should follow the true living God. That's Jesus, not Sadhguru. That's not true, but thank you for your comment. Goal of you to get your mom on live? Yes, Akash. So please donate via Streamlabs. The link you see pinned to the comments, please donate there. And we'll see your comment, your beautiful comment. We'll see your beautiful donation on screen. And we'll hear your message on screen. And 100% of the donation I'll keep. And that money will go towards my mom as a gift for her to do a live stream with me. So please donate. Listen to this, Dr. Rob, a monk, not a monk anymore, inspired by the food bowl of the Buddhist order, the symbol of eating what you're given. He's probably used to it as a prop. Certainly. What's wrong with buying a metal bowl? Hi, brother. I'm also a disciple of Sadhguru. I just have no words how much he changed my life and helped me, healed me internally in my difficult times. I just listened to him crying all over my clothes. Shambho. Yes, shout out to you and shout out to Sadhguru. There is a perfect testimonial for you to go to YouTube, subscribe to Sadhguru's YouTube channel, and be blessed for your entire life. We were taught in the Bible to follow the one true God. Your false idols are a comical white man in turban. Okay, well, if you believe things that you read in a book, then shout out to you, okay? I used to believe things that I read in a book when I was a child. Do you know what that you worship demons? I do not worship demons, although demons exist in the world, and so do gods. Shout out to both gods and demons. Michael, ever Sadhguru doesn't know how much real spirituality is a con man. No, that's not true. Sadhguru is a man. That's true. Stop begging. I'm not begging. But if I shut down my slaughterhouse business, then what to do for work? Then do something better. Do something more ethical. Grow trees. Go grow fruits. Go work at a bank. There's an infinite opportunities. Infinite. But do not kill animals. That is bad karma. That is bad karma according to the Buddha. You should not deal in animal slaughter. That is bad karma. Did you pray to Jesus? Yes, I did pray to Jesus. You are following a man, a sinner. Okay, Sadhguru is definitely paying him to be. No, he's not. What do you do for work? This is what I do. Everything you believe in your book and internal page, you idiot. No, that's not true. Okay, my friends. So we are going to slowly pivot because it's been 1 hour in this live stream. If you're enjoying this live stream, consider sending a super chat if you think this is worthwhile. So maybe we will do some watching of videos. Maybe we're going to watch some Sadhguru's videos.
Enough times so I can achieve my goals.
Maybe we're going to watch some X videos. Who knows? Let's see what we can watch.
To achieve my goals. Or am I not there yet? And they need to be honest with themselves and answer it truthfully.
Let's watch some X videos.
Positive conclusion. Yes.
Hi, Grandma. Can you send money to this account?
Is that you, Jake? Hold on. What's our family code word?
A
Whoa, what the heck? Has that been happening the whole time? I hope not. We are going to react to some news that's happening in the world. So here is the link to donate, and here's the count. And
at DVG 2634 donated €11 through Super Chat. While under the influence of drugs, alcohol and bad habits, I decided to stop talking to a friend, because I was paranoid and thought he was trying to hypnotize and influence me.
Wow. That is wild. Thank you for your donation, DVG. That's going directly towards my mom's fund. And as it relates to your comment, yes, that is the consequences of drugs. I didn't if he did, but I want to make up. Do you have any advice? Please elaborate. I don't if you did. If you don't know if he tried to hypnotize you. Okay, I understand. So, well, chances are good that he probably didn't try to hypnotize you, because hypnosis is quite hard to learn. And if he's not a professional hypnotist, then you probably were just imagining things. Second, drugs tend to do that. Drugs tend to make you think that you're the center of the universe and everybody's out to get you and make you paranoid. So that is under the influence of drugs. But the best way to get to have your friend back is to acknowledge the truth and to share the reality with him. What I would do if I was you, I would say, hello, I was under the influence of drugs. I thought you were trying to hypnotize me. Were you, by the way? Asking a question. And then say, hey, I want your friend back. I want you as a friend back, because I value your friendship. And maybe you can tell him some compliments that you see in him and some valuable things that you see in him. He is weird and into the occult. Oh, that changes slightly. But DVG, it's, even though hypnosis is real, hypnosis is a two-way street. Unless you're extremely suggestible, hypnosis is not going to work like that, meaning he's just going to start telling you things. You're going to start to fall prey to his, ideas like a zombie. No. If you want to be hypnotized, you can relax and you can follow along his words and you can go into hypnosis yourself. But he's not going to make you become hypnotized unless he's like an expert and he's been planning this for months and he's been subtly influencing your subconscious mind, which is not the case. So you have to be the judge, DVG. You have to think about if it's worthwhile for you to go back and do that. If not, and please keep me in the loop. Yes, certainly, improbably zooted, and I recognize you from Dr. Rob's live streams. If you want to contribute to this goal, Streamlabs is the best place to donate. It'll be a text-to-speech donation, and that money will go towards my mom. I will donate $1,000 if you tell me what is wrong with eating meat if Jesus meant for us to. Well, I know you're not going to give me $1,000, so I'm not even going to go into that. But let's ask ChatGPT, or let's ask this, okay? Hey, if Jesus came back right now to the world, do you think he would support us eating meat the way that it's done in the slaughterhouses? Or eating meat in general?
I honestly don't know. The Bible doesn't paint a clear picture on this. Jesus ate fish, and the Old Testament allowed meat with rules. But there's nothing directly from him on factory farming or modern slaughterhouses. He was all about compassion, mercy, and not causing unnecessary suffering. Today's industrial meat production is brutal, so I'd guess he'd be disturbed by the cruelty and waste. But whether he'd outright ban meat, that's harder to say. What do you think he'd say?
Yeah, so if Jesus was a person of compassion and goodwill to others and taking care of the weak, then he would not want you to eat meat unless it was a survival situation like it was in 2,000 years ago when food was scarce. So shout out to you. If you want to become more Jesus-like, then go vegan. That's definitely what Jesus would do. And I'll wait for your $1,000 donation. Charlie, you can do that via the Streamlabs link. You can click the link that's pinned. And if you can't click on the link, then go to the description of this live stream. The link is also there. Shout out to you. Okay, let's watch some famous videos on YouTube, my friends, and let's see what we can learn from what's happening in the news and the environment. Shall we? I think that is a good thing to do. And of course, I'll always be reading your chat. If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them. But I want to just briefly scroll through and see what interesting or entertaining things we can find on X. All right. Let's see. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and scroll and see what we can find here on X. All right. Thank you for being here, by the way, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. And let's see, what do we got here? Anthropological engineer, something about engineering. Okay, I'm not interested in that. Excellent point. What is the excellent point?
Because no black man can be racist to me. If I criticize a Jew, I'm an anti-Semite. If I criticize an Islamic, I'm an Islamophobe. What are you if you criticize me? What are you if you try and replace me? What are you if you try and tell me I'm wrong for wanting to protect my children? Apparently, you're a perfectly reasonable person, but I'm a racist for wanting to protect my future. No, bullshit. I totally
Yeah, shout out to the England, the country of England right now. They're going through some kind of a challenging times with the mass importation of people from other countries, and that is leading to a lot of problems there. So I'm an immigrant myself. I'm very thankful that Canada took me in, and now I'm a Canadian citizen. But yeah, people that are not ready and people that cause a lot of problems, that is not the best. All right, let's see. DVG is saying, how could I find out if he was hypnotizing me? Will meditation help porn addiction? Yes. I was wasted a lot of time and lived with him and blocked out often. That planted the seed. Being gay is probably triggered by trauma. Oh my God. Be honest to yourself. Okay. So how do you know if he tried to hypnotize you? Well, the best way to do is to ask him. But honestly, DVG, the more you stay away from drugs, the more you stay away from bad habits, you're naturally going to build a kind of an inner strength that you won't be afraid if people are trying to influence you. Even influencing someone, like let's say someone is very persuasive with their communication, you may mistake that as hypnosis. It is kind of hypnosis. It's a talking hypnosis. So just meditate, gain your inner strength, develop your inner strength. And then the fear of somebody hypnotizing you and thinking if they hypnotize you will not be so strong anymore. Okay. And I'll pray for you and I wish that for you to happen. And I hope you get a lot of energy back. My friends, if you want to ask me a question now, I'm going to be watching these videos. You can do so via the Streamlabs link. It'll be a text to speech, and everybody on this live stream will be able to hear it. And your financial contribution will go towards my mom's live stream. So thank you very much. Let's watch some X videos and let's see what we can learn. Are you Hindu? Yes, by choice. All right, let's see. Okay, this is some kind of a cool Airbnb. Okay, cool. This is security footage of the recent shooting that has happened in the White House Correspondents' Dinner. All right, I don't really know what to say about that. Okay, people are going through some rage. We don't want to really watch that. Indian professor.
Concepts. You think that these are parts of firmament. They aren't. The concepts like fairness, justice, trust, empathy, and impartiality are completely alien concepts to the Indian mind. They cannot differentiate between right and wrong. They simply can't differentiate between what is right and wrong. They do not have the concepts, the Western value concepts that you think are a part of the natural existence. They aren't.
Thank you very much.
Speaking to them about rights, even negative rights, I'm not talking about positive right, even about negative rights only leads to confusion. So here is the foundational principle to understanding India. It is an amoral, irrational society devoid of values. Any values you try to instill will slip off like a water off a duck's back. So here is the problem with Indians. You cannot teach them anything good until the foundations of morality, rationality, causality, and other Western values have first been laid in their minds. How would you do that job? I don't know how you can do it. Without these foundations, the fruit of the Western civilization only serve to turn their hedonistic tendencies into something more malevolent.
Wow, that was incredible. And honestly, I don't want to speak too much about this because it's extremely politically incorrect. And judging how people treat animals in India, it leads me to kind of go along with what this person is saying. The animal abuse there is quite horrific, and the animal sacrifices and, you know, things that are done for temple worship and all sorts of things. And also the abuse against women there is not good. So my friends, the Buddha was Indian. The Buddha laid a foundation of morality, which is the 5 moral precepts. I would like to Google the 5 moral precepts for us all to see. 5 moral precepts. Thank you for your donation, by the way, Deepak. Appreciate it. These are the 5 moral precepts, okay? It is: do not kill, do not steal, do not commit sexual misconduct, do not use harmful speech, and do not partake in intoxicants. So this is moral laws. This will make your life very good, okay? Guaranteed. And this, if you can see, it's pretty much a complete thing, complete picture. You can't really take anything away or add anything that will make it better. So this is towards not harming life and not being a burden to others. So please do this. Don't kill living beings, don't steal from others, don't commit sexual misconduct, don't lie or use harmful speech, and don't take intoxicants because it leads to other crimes. Being drunk leads to you killing and stealing and lying and doing other things. Okay? So if you want to now, my friend, have a comment in or say something or ask a question, please send a donation via Streamlabs and it'll show up as a text to speech. I'll definitely read it. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, what else do we see here? Dozens of fishermen end up losing body parts to wolf fish. This is because many people don't realize that even being dead without a body, it's still capable of this. All right, this is a head of a fish, and the fish can still crush your hand. Wow, that is pretty scary. So I have a better idea. Why don't we just stop abusing animals in the first place? and we just don't cut heads off of animals. That's maybe a solution. All right, next. Let's see, what is this? Oh, somebody, 31-year-old man in custody of hearing a fighting gunshot. Okay, this is, I don't want to see that. That's just tragic. Adult man strikes a girl in the face after leaving. Okay, don't want to see that either. Let's see, guys consider Maddie Kelly to be hot. I'm not hating. She thinks she's pretty. I'm just curious on me. Yeah, this lady is nice. She was she was with Putin. All right, a gazelle dies of thirst, and they water it, and may God blacken their hearts. What? What? Shout out to all the animal abusers and people that still pay for animal abuse by eating them. All right, let's see. This is the real reason Trump wants Greenland, but you're not ready for this conversation yet. There's some kind of underground tunnel or some... Well, we're not really certain about this, but shout out to Greenland, okay? What is... Why do they... This strategy so easily? Okay, don't want to see this. The correspondence dinner, there's some kind of conspiracy theories. Can you imagine if the roles were reversed? Oh, she has some kind of... okay, shout out to her. What's the girl in the red doing? Okay, don't really care. Anything else? Okay, this is the Ukrainian situation that's happening. As you can see, this is just entirely drone warfare. Man, this is just tragic. This needs to stop as soon as possible. All right, I don't want to see this. Okay, this is just not anything new. Let's look at the explore page and let's look at the news. Okay, let's look at the news because that would be much better. Politics. Yeah, let's look at politics. This is not leading to anything worthwhile. St. Peter's Bobby, how can I find things that are valuable for me to watch? Well, all right, global trending. Okay, cool. This is what's trending in the world. This is definitely what we are going to skim through and see if there's any value here. Elon Musk says if they're willing to die to assassinate, imagine what they're willing to do to gain political power. Wow, that is such a powerful statement. I definitely have to like that. Elon Musk says if they are willing to die to assassinate, imagine what they're willing to do if they want to gain political power. That is a scary thought. And that's being done already, my friends. That's being done already. People want to gain political power, and lots of things are being done in the name of that. Let's continue on. Okay, so this is the correspondence that are trouble. I don't want to see this. Okay, teacher says she'll pray for a better aim for... Okay, so teacher says that she'll pray for a better aim. And this lady has some kind of pink hair, so we all know what's going on there. Let's see. I love us. I'm not sure what this is. This is Michael Jackson pose. Cool. President Trump is saying something.
Officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this. I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. Okay. Whatever Donald Trump says is probably stupid. All right. This is as much as I can tolerate with this nonsense. I thought this was going to be a valuable thing to do, but unfortunately it is not. So, looks like we're going to have to go back to reading your comments and questions. Lord Rama was an avatar of Vishnu. That's quite possible. Let's see. Yes, the stuff in Ukraine is unnecessary and horrible. Yes, that's absolutely true. And Russia needs to back off as soon as possible. Man, it's just so sad so many people are losing their lives. It is just so sad and so needlessly. War just doesn't help anybody. War is just bad overall. Yes. Clown show is the planet Earth. Let's see. I was joking. I thought you had a gig chat profile. Okay. So what can we do, my friends, that's spiritual? Maybe we can call some of my friends. We can call a spiritual friend that was with me in...
that I saw in Bali. Let's see if he is going to pick up. Where is this man? Bum, 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 bum. What do I think of Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Moses? I think that Prophet Muhammad probably just hallucinated in a cave, and that's what happened. But yeah, I don't know much about Prophet Moses. How do I fix my porn addiction? That's a good question. Well, you don't watch porn. There's nothing to fix your addiction. You can't fix it. Just lay off of it, and then the addiction will disappear. So that's a very easy way. Just don't watch porn, and that's about it. I think it'd be a good idea to calling someone of your spiritual friends. I enjoyed conversation last night you had with Scary Hours broadcast. Nice. Okay. So it looks like my friend Adi is going to be able to live stream or let's see if he's going to join for a conversation. He is a fake Baba. I'm not a Baba. Baba is a Ukrainian word for a grandmother. And as you can see, clearly I'm not a woman. So I'm not a Baba. But thank you very much for your question, Michael. Why do they hide it? I'm not sure what you mean. But let me know your questions, my friends. Whatever questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. If anybody wants to send us over the $100 mark towards me reaching my goal to do a live stream with my mom, that'll be 1/10 of the goal. Please consider sending a donation via Streamlabs. That is the best place to send a donation because I get to keep 100% of the profit. YouTube does not keep any percentage at all. They keep 33% if you send it as a super chat. And your comment will be read out loud via text to speech. And you can say whatever you want and it will be read out loud. So thank you very much for your contribution. If you think this is valuable, if you've taken any kind of value from me, consider sending some money back. But of course, you don't have to. That's just a suggestion. All right, animal sacrifice, which some say killing, are way more complex than enlightened gurus also fumbled on this topic about something. Shout out to the people that kill animals because they think it's spiritual. Disapproval. There are 3 pillars inside Kaaba. Why do they worship an idol if they're so against idol worship? That's interesting. Sometimes war is necessary to keep peace and defend peace. When one side isn't willing to talk peace, what are you going to do? That's true. That's so unfortunate, but man, shame on them. Okay, let's see. Bro, I can't tell how much way off these people are about Hinduism, Sadhguru, and all that. They just don't know nothing. Yes, that is true. My mom is calling me. I have to message her saying that I'm on a live stream. Let me know what you guys want me to do. What would be valuable for me to do? Maybe you can send me some videos to react to. Ideally, as a Streamlabs donation link, you can send me a link to the video I want me to react to. And let me know what you want me to do, what you want me to talk about. Or right now here, I'm just sitting and answering your questions. But I definitely want to do more engaging things. Some say it represents Brahma, Vishnu, and the Shiva pillar inside the 3 Kaabas. Oh, interesting. Okay. Tell us the story of Lord Shiva. That's an interesting question. Lord Shiva is the being that you see here behind me. It's the black statue. And he was seen many thousands of years ago sitting in the Himalayas. And he was crying tears of ecstasy and joy and bliss. And that's it. He just sat there for months, not even moving. And 7 people saw that he transcended his human nature, and they stuck around just staring at him. He opened his eyes, he shared his knowledge of yoga to them, and they spread it around the world. That is the Shiva story. Thank you for your question. I have a spiritual question. What is your view on vivid dreams, like the ability to be able to fly? I have lots of dreams like that. Well, I'm not sure that I don't have a much spiritual question about that, but I think that it's good. I like vivid dreams. And if you can control your dreams, that's even better. Having vivid dreams, I think, is a good sign of your mental clarity, or at least a vivid imagination you have. Some people have said, like Sadhguru has said, that dreams are not a good thing to have. Why? Because dreams are a mental disturbance of the mind. If you are really peacefully sleeping, then you don't have dreams. You're just peacefully sleeping. But dreams are your mind working. Your mind is working. So Sadhguru also said that dreams are in daily life you have so many desires, but you can't fulfill them. Dreams are a way for your mind to fulfill those desires. So you want to be free and liberated, so you fly, and your mind kind of says, okay, I'm in control here. So shout out to dreams. I want to know about your diagnosis. Is schizophrenia or schizoid active? No, I have neither of those. But thank you for your consideration or your concern. Lord Shiva is the only god worshipped by devas, ghosts, and gods and humans. Nice. WTF, man, I know more about Hinduism than this fake guru. Michael Owens, shout out to you for knowing more about Hinduism than fake gurus. You're a wise one. You're a real one. Have you read Advaita Vedanta? No, I have not. Lord Shiva come on actions when there is a very big disaster come. Okay. Can you compare Jesus Christ to any god in Hinduism? Jesus Christ was a yogi, so not particularly a god. Like Shiva was a god. He wasn't born. He didn't die. He was an incredible being. God, a literal god. Jesus was just a man. An incredibly wise man, but that's definitely going to ruffle some feathers of Christians. Have you read Srimad Bhagavatam? No, I have not. No, I have not. Jesus resurrected himself, you idiot. Possibly, maybe. Or maybe he just didn't die and he recovered from his illnesses. That's possible too. This guy is a fraud. How do you know I'm a fraud? You should report me to the police if I'm a fraud. Frauds is a serious crime. Police are definitely going to find interest in that. Tyler Durden, you should call the police. Please call the police immediately. If you find fraud, it's worthwhile to report it to the authorities. All right, we're going to join our Discord call. Anybody that wants to be a part of the live stream, you are welcome to talk to me. I can see he is sweating. Expose him, guys. You can see that I'm sweating? Wow, you have really good eyes. Well, I'm not sweating, but maybe I'm not seeing what you're seeing. That's kudos to you. Tyler Durden says, begging for money? No, begging for money, I would have to be on my hands and knees to beg. Money also for her mom to sit beside him. What kind of a scam? Yeah, so this is a spiritual donation. All the money will go towards me gifting my mom this money for her to do a live stream with me. And if you want to contribute, my friends, the best place to donate is the Streamlabs link provided down below. As I get to keep 100% of the donation, because YouTube, it takes 33% of super chats. This is the best way. And also it'll be a text-to-speech donation. You'll see the comment right here appear on screen. It'll be fantastic. So please do that if you can. What is your view on the paranormal activity like ghosts, dark spirits, and fae folks? I've had experiences of that. I've had experiences with ghosts. I've made some videos about that in the past. And the ghosts are just people that died that just have a body, you know, that just are not embodied. All right, we have on a call with us Adi Asaya, Adi Asaya, I can't turn on my camera, unfortunately. But if you turn on your camera, I'll be able to show it to you, show the people on the live stream. All right, we got Mr. Adi Asaya here. Boom. Adi Asaya, welcome to the live stream, my friend. How are you doing? How is the situation in the United States going for you? How is San Diego treating you? How is the spiritual journey treating you? Are you a meditation master yet? Tell us about living with the monks or being with the monks. How's the YouTube career going? How is leaving Bali going? And most importantly, how is it the experience of not being beside me, your truest, bestest spiritual friend? That must be that must be a tragedy.
Yes, it's going well. Came back from meditation retreats somewhat recently, and we did some interviews with some of these monks. That's on one of my channels, which is very nice. You can go and check that out. It's Cosmic Conversations. It's good to see you again, Shiva. Look like you're doing well. I can pull you up on your live stream here and see your face, which is nice. Yeah, it's definitely different. You know, I think when I was in Bali, I was probably going through, you know, some of the lowest times of my life. You know, my grandpa died, and also I just spiritually was pretty weak. I remember like at one point, I don't know if you remember this, but I was like begging Leo to like join his stuff. And now that's just like feels so embarrassing, you know? So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that the spiritual lesson here is that whenever you're in a state of desperation, it's probably not the right thing for you, I think. Anyways, that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, it's all within you, you know, it's all within you. So if you're like now how I feel, it's like there are a whole bunch of external things that are happening. You know, this might happen, that might happen, but it's never I never need anything from the outside. You never need anything from the outside. It's all within you. Yeah.
So do you feel sad that you left the Bali situation? Would you want to go back? You know,
I liked Reese, and but I feel like right now I'm in a pretty strong flow of like making content and doing sadhana, and like I don't want to change right now this for anything. I'm just really enjoying myself, and pretty soon I think I'm gonna start doing some street interviews and some challenges like on my main channel, like trying to chant a mantra for 10 hours straight, or trying to, you know, kind of more viral kind of content I have planned. Yeah, I don't think I mean, I would like to maybe one day go back to Bali, get my own place and like start my own things, maybe in Bali or some other country, but and Reese is always welcome back in my life. And Jay also, I really like Jay.
Nice. So there's a comment here that keeps repeating. Tyler Durden 106 says, fraud is the intentional use of deception, trickery, or dishonest methods to gain an unfair advantage, money or property, or to deprive another party of rights. Okay, so I think he thinks that I'm intentionally being deceptive or trickery. Adi, if you don't know this, but I'm doing a kind of a spiritual financial goal of raising 1,000 Canadian dollars to do a live stream with my mom. And we already are 63% of the way. I'm sorry, we're already $63 there. So we're almost 1/10 of the way to the goal. We have 21 days to complete this, and that's the time that my mom is going to be back. And this money will go towards my mom for her as a gift. And this, you know, if this makes it happen, I want to give this to her as a gift, not for myself, but for her, and for her to do a live stream with me. So I don't believe there's anything on my YouTube channel that is intentionally deceptive or using trickery or dishonest methods. I'm very honest about my intentions. And I think I've always been that way. But you've spent some time with me in the past. Do you think that I'm a trickster or a faker or a deceiver? Or what do you think about me? What are your honest thoughts about this guy? You've met me in person, so tell us.
No, he's a nice, honest guy in person. I do think in the past some of your prices were a little bit exorbitant, but I think you're doing well, and you have to make a living also, and you're providing services and helping people. So I think it's shouldn't dwell on these things. And
Yeah, that's true.
think it's what is this about? You make some little bit of money, that's helpful. But helping the animals, it's something you've been working on a lot, which I think is really good. And I saw that video you sent me with Joey Carbstrong, and I was also getting those notifications that he was about to make that video. It's very interesting.
Yeah, shout out to Joey Carbstrong. You should definitely find that video or that channel on YouTube if you care about animal activism and going vegan. He does a lot of good work. He sneaks into slaughterhouses and exposes them for the crimes that they do against animals. It's very horrific stuff, like very illegal stuff even. Killing animals should be illegal, but it's not. But the things that they're doing in the slaughterhouses are also very illegal, like actually illegal. Animal abuse type stuff. So definitely go and support his work by subscribing and liking his videos.
So how has it been in Canada? What has been going on there? Is it different? Like, was it different when you came back? Did it feel different from Southeast Asia and from India, or?
Yeah, I've been to India. I recently came back. Me coming back to Canada,
and you
man.
went to Egypt too.
Yeah, I've been to Egypt for a day. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. I've been to the Great Pyramids. That was excellent. I definitely want to go back. It's a spiritual place. And man, going back to Canada, there's no place like it. There's no place like home. There's no place like the West. And living in a first world country where everything is financially secure and successful and clean, and you got nice, stable buildings. It's just the best, So I definitely do not miss. I miss the warmth, but not much else.
Yeah, I think maybe like some nicer parts of Bali, like in Uluwatu, that's more comparable. But just being in like a parking lot, I remember like just everything's like clean and neat. There's no trash. It's like, oh, it's like you can like the air is like fresh. I had some friends who used to build houses in Mexico, and in the US, like we would cross over the border, and he would like talk about how the air would just like immediately change when he would cross over into Mexico, like something about like I don't know. So it's definitely different, yeah.
That's so true. Not just spiritually speaking, physically speaking, they burn trash in Asian countries, in Bali. They burn plastic just like into the air, which is insane, and you have to breathe that in, and the air is so bad. So it definitely very happy to be here. And what about the food? The food, in tropical countries like Bali and Asia also, the food is so good. And the fruits are so good. So what do you think about the fruits, and how has the food changed for you? Is it better, worse?
Yeah, I think the food here is better for me. I like, the groceries that I get here. Um it's taken some time to adjust after I got here, but I went to the grocery store and got all sorts of stuff that is very, very delicious, very good. I eat very simple food. I eat very healthy like you, and um not all spiritual people eat like whole foods. There's many spiritual people who will eat lots of vegan food, but it's like fast food. It's like vegan fast food, and maybe not as healthy for you, but we seem to eat pretty healthily most of the time. So
Yeah. So somebody here says, Tyler Durden, he continues on to say that I'm playing a character with Rob and split the profits. So the fact is we don't split the profits, but sometimes there's kind of role playing, or you could say just having fun on live streams. So I'm curious to see what Adi thinks about Dr. Rob and his whole behavior. Adi here, my friend, has seen Dr. Rob in person as well in Bali. So what are your thoughts on the live streams and in general, the things that have been going on?
Yeah. Well, the other day I sent Dr. Rob a little video comparing him in the past as a monk and, one of his older shorts. And I clipped it with one of the recent live stream appearances. So I hope that he's going to, and I think he was saying he maybe wants to, that he is going to kind of, stabilize, because ultimately, like, getting, short-term views, you can get thousands of views, you can get lots of views, but if you're really trying to build a spiritual persona, that's actually opposite to the community that you want to be interested and involved with you, in you. So, it's not sustainable. A drama, spiritual show is not in my opinion, it's not a real niche. So I think Dr. Rob, I think he understood this, but we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was for a reason and it was for a season. It was just something that the energy needed to be done and worked out, and it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what about now? What are your plans? Are you going to live with monks? Are you going to become a monk? Where are you living now? And how is that whole situation? Oh, you muted yourself. You muted yourself. Or I can't hear you anymore. Wait, I think you're talking, but I'm muted. What the hell? No, you're muted. You're muted. Yeah, less traction with the antics and a loss of sauce. I'm trying to be serious again on stream. Yeah, definitely, KK. We'll see what change happens.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, one of my mics died. Yeah, so what were we oh yeah, yeah, my aunt's house. My grandma was here for a while and she got sick. But I did some qigong with her, and so she's got a lot better from doing that. I also recommend that you explore that. It's quite interesting, quite yeah, it's interesting stuff, this qigong. And also for anybody who's watching, I recommend that you go and check out qigong. Yoga is great, and there's so many different practices and stuff that you can try. But yeah, so I'm here at my aunt's place. I was considering going back to San Diego, so I'm only going to be here for a little while. I mean, to Florida with my parents and my grandma. But my aunt really likes having me here, actually, and I help around the house and all sorts of stuff. And I kind of like San Diego. I like my setup here, so I'm considering staying for a little bit longer. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we got summer solstice that just joined. And people in the chat here are saying that Sadhguru is a false prophet. I'm going to go to hell for an eternity unless I follow Jesus. And yeah. So I'm buying a new phone. I'm planning to buy a new phone. It's coming up very soon. And that's news.
Yeah, the thing with Sadhguru being a false prophet, actually, if you look at all religions, they all have like a few things in common. It's called the perennial philosophy. So there's a few things which are similar among all religions, all traditions, all understandings. Fasting, almsgiving, some sort of type of prayer or meditation. Like there's a few different things that traditions have in common. You look at it and it's like, okay, this is how you connect. So to say this is a false prophet or this is whatever, actually, if you look at the church fathers in Christianity, I don't want to dwell too much on this, but I'll finish right now. But they talked about they took ideas from philosophies and different ideas, not just from the scriptural Bible, which was compiled by later and anyway. But yeah, so it's about spirituality and mysticism. It's not about Jesus or Sadhguru or the Bible or the Quran. It's about directly here now. What's happening here now? You know, coming aware.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because ZY, this guy in the comment section, said that Sadhguru is not a prophet. FFS, for fuck's sake. So people are really crazy. I think Christians just want you to suffer in hell, unless they follow your little thing. You're gonna suffer in hell.
And hell is not even in the Bible, really. I mean, there's one verse that's like kind of alluding to something like that, but in the Jewish scripture there was no hell in the Old Testament, and it's referring to basically this place in Israel where there was like they were burning bodies maybe, or they were doing some things, but it was totally not related to what we consider hell today. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm happy to tell me how I'm lost, Mr. Redacted. You're welcome to explain.
These are just haters. You're not gonna get through them. But let's see what else. So, okay. So to give anybody some background, my friend here and myself, we were in Bali. We were trying to build some kind of spiritual place, and it kind of backfired, or it didn't really go up to plan. And then here we are now. My friend here is in the United States. I'm in Canada, and yeah. So Ascending Guru keeps on telling us that we're sitting in our rooms and talking about something, but he's watching us. So he's trying to throw stones at us verbally, but he himself is watching men that he thinks are not respectable. That is satire. That is just insanity. So yeah, okay. Anything else? What else do you want to talk about, or what other thoughts you have?
Well, I've been making these Minecraft videos, which are actually doing. I really like making these. Really get into a flow making these, and I've made. I don't know how much I've talked about this with you, but I've made like maybe 20 or 30 like alt accounts on TikTok and Instagram. And so they're all just funneling into my main channel. So for anybody who's trying to create content, this is an interesting way to do it. And I know it's about to start to flourish even more than it has. But it's accelerating my progress because I'm only getting started on the second channel. And that's an interesting thing to look into. There's this software called Repurpose. So if you're trying to make content, you can upload something to one account, and then you can from that upload it to TikTok, Instagram, and to a whole bunch of accounts. Like 10 TikTok accounts. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to you, Adi Asaya on YouTube, Adi Asaya. You can comment after this live stream is over on the live stream. People can subscribe to you. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for talking. Adi Asaya, as always, nice to see you. Stay blessed. Be happy. And let's get some things going. Let's do some kind of talk show or something in the future. Let's set something up.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to respond to one of these comments.
Yeah.
Should you listen to a guy that plays Minecraft tell you about God in the Bible and how I don't think so, he's not qualified? Yeah, that's right to some extent. I'm not a Christian pastor. You should listen to your pastors, listen to your priests, listen to these guys, and you'll discover what real mysticism is about. I don't talk about the Buddha, and there's nothing wrong with playing Minecraft. I'm playing it just for to draw people from the wider community into what I'm trying to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure if Jesus was around, I'm sure back in Jesus's day, he wouldn't mind playing a game of chess or some simple game. It's just so it's nothing, nothing. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Absolutely, yes, I agree. And people are just resentful because they live bad lives. Anyways, thank you very much, Adi, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Namaskar.
Take care. Blessings. Thank you very much, T. Fimbras. I appreciate you. You've been here on the channel for a long time. And in fact, when we were in Bali, we were talking about you, and we were talking about you with Reese. So you're definitely, a known member of the community. So thank you very much for your donation. And that goes directly towards me live streaming with my mom. My friends, we are raising a goal. Yes, it's a very steep goal and a high goal, but I know we can do it. And 100% of this money is going to go directly towards my mom as a gift. Maybe I'll gift it to her on the live stream. That would be a good idea to do, actually, in cash. And yes, follow Tyler Durden's advice and donate more. Thank you very much, Tyler Durden. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Absolutely, Tyler Durden. And you are responsible for your donations as well. So Tyler Durden, please donate via the link provided down below. Streamlabs, it's the best place to donate, as I keep 100% of the profit. YouTube takes some percentage, but Streamlabs does not. And it's the same thing as it triggers a text-to-speech donation. So thank you very much. And yes, so we have 21 days. My mom is currently away from, I don't want to give too much away because for safety reasons, but she's away and she'll be back in 21 days. So we will see how much we can raise, and I hope that we can meet this goal because she agreed. And she will do the live stream with her. She's a fantastic spiritual person. She is someone that's worth you to see, someone that is going to bring a lot of clarity to people's lives and to help a lot of people. She's not just, she's okay. You'll understand who she is. Okay, I'm sorry, Tyler Durden. I am not a scam artist. I am an artist, but I don't scam people. Everything here is very honest. I don't appreciate you spamming, so please cut that out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to time you out. And yes, so that is going to be very interesting. My mom obviously doesn't do any kind of live streams or is not a public personality. She's not on YouTube, but I think she wants to be. I think she will be. And this maybe is the first thing that will get her started towards that. Yeah, I will ban this guy. He's a little bit spamming. Shout out to Ascending Guru for ascending as a guru. We're all here ascending. Nobody here is perfect. Somebody's saying a scammer, a grifter, and a liar. No, I'm not either one of those things. If you can have some kind of evidence to prove that, please let me know. But I don't lie, I don't scam people, and I don't grift. I drift, maybe, with my skateboard or with my car. I like drifting, and also in video games I drift. But to grift, what does that mean, grift? The word grift sounds to me like taking chalk and just scraping it on the wall. I'm grifting on the wall. Shout out to that, okay? Do you play any video games? Yes, I do. I play Warzone. I play other video games. I'm happy to do a video game live stream on Twitch. Not here because this is going to be mostly on spirituality. Have you ever seen Fight Club? Yes, I have. Fight Club is one of the most incredible spiritual movies. Not really spiritual, but just personal development movies. Really, really good. Really, really good. I love you, Satan says. Thank you very much. Satan loves me. That is very welcoming. Shiva steals everything from people. Stealing? What the hell? Shiva will never pave his way. Shiva just takes. He's a user. What? I'm live streaming every single day. I have more than 1,000 videos on so many topics on this channel. And stealing would be a problem. If I went into your bank account and stole money, that would be unethical. Shiva will use you for all of your stuff, and he won't even clean the toilet that he poops in. Oh my god, terrible. Who is this Shiva guy that takes all your stuff and poops? You should leave spirituality to actually improve at the moment. LOL. Shiva is a glorified couch surfer. Oh, okay. We gotta cut down on these comments. Shiva's a good guy. Of course, he'll accept donations, but he's not a grifter. Exactly. I accept donations. What is wrong with that? If you were a live streamer, would you not accept donations? Oh, how dare you send me money? I hate that. No, I think this is very fair and reasonable. And it's not a must. You don't have to. You can watch this for free. And most people do. Some people are overwhelmed with gratitude and they give. And I'm so happy for them. Thank you very much for those kind people. You definitely don't have to do that. That's a big blessing in my life. If I don't provide any value, Sovereign Monk, then why are you here spending time with me? Shout out to you, Sovereign Monk, for finding value in this live stream. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you. How's your life becoming a monk? Tell us an interesting story from your past. I have not been a monk. I'm not a monk, officially. So that question is kind of irrelevant. Yeah. 8 views, and 89% of them are haters. Does this live stream have 8 views? 17 views. I think the views are so low because I'm live streaming on OBS. I think if I live stream from my phone, the algorithm changes it or sees it differently. So that's what I'm going to do in the future. I'm going to live stream from horizontally in my computer and vertically on my phone. Bad karma is one of the ways for Shiva. I'm not sure what that means. But we like watching babbling fools, of course. Don't know what that means. When is your cooking video? That's coming up. I'm, you know, the energy for that isn't really there. I'm not really sure what to do, what would be of value, but maybe some simple videos I can show you. Again, I don't know how valuable that would be. I thought it was very valuable to do the video of me showing all the food that I ate. That pretty much covers most of it. And then putting food together, you can kind of do that yourself, or, you know, there's tons of videos on that online. Way better than I could do it. Why is Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev on your wall and Adiyogi Shiva from Isha? Because they're fantastic. It's fantastic for energy. It creates a lot of positive energy for you. The Code Guy says, bro, I remember the time you walked on water. Thank you very much. There's my fan. There's my supporter. There's one of my disciples. I appreciate you. May you have many blessings in your life. Okay. He just provides content because he's a Lola. Okay. Muhammad Mahal Akbar can change the name of your for one day. ZY maybe for a super chat donation via Streamlabs. Only via Streamlabs because I get to keep all of the donation money. Shiva, you need to promise that you're not going to buy a Buddhist begging bowl because the begging bowl symbolizes talking where you're not given and being happy. That's not about veganism. So who cares what it symbolizes? What is so powerful about symbology? Oh, you can never buy this symbol because it's a symbol that I give it meaning to. It's just a bowl, man. It's just a metal bowl. So what? And it's cool. And I was a Buddhist monk in my past life. So shout out to me. You have no rights to give blessings. Do I have lefts to give blessings? I think I do. He's stealing the aura of Sadhguru, trying to steal glory. Oh my God, stealing glory, stealing aura. Can you steal aura? I'm definitely using the energy that's created by these pictures and these statues. It's a nice energy. It's definitely spiritually benefiting my live streams. So thank you. And that's why you're enjoying the live streams as well, because of these tools and objects that I have. So shout out to you. There's no blessing without Jesus. Anyways, my friends, anyways. You're unqualified to give blessings. I'm definitely qualified to give much more than blessings. Okay, my friends. So we're here going to be live streaming for a few more minutes or moments. I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. So I think for that time, we should review one of Sadhguru's videos about Rudraksha. Rudraksha is a bead or a seed that you see me wear oftentimes, and I sell it on my website. So this is the reason why I want to convince you for you to buy it. So let's watch this, okay? The power of Rudraksha. And this is Sadhguru, the wisest man on planet Earth, arguably. All right, let's watch.
Giving out a certain instrument of grace. One thing is it has a unique reverberation. Another thing is it will be consecrated here. So this will be a powerful instrument in your life to be accessible to grace of Adiyogi, for you to soak in the…
Okay, the story of this Himalayan seed. This is what I wear.
Can you please guide me on how I can receive the grace of Adiyogi in 2021 without being in his presence? Is there a tool or sadhana that I can make use of?
How can you receive the presence of the Adiyogi or the Shiva, the first yogi, by just being in your room? Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. See you soon.
A certain instrument of grace. This is a certain consecrated Rudraksha bead. The legend says Rudraksha is actually the tears of Shiva. So Shiva sat in a meditative state for a very long time. Probably we will be giving out a few million.
So this is something that I purchased in the Himalayas, my friends. And here I have these beads. I've sold many, more than, I don't know, 50 or 60% of my inventory is already gone. And only a little bit is left. So if you are living in the United States, this is the best time for you to buy it. You can visit my website, shivakailash.com, and purchase it today. shivakailash.com. So that is it, my friends. That is the end of this live stream. Thank you so much for being here. It has been 2 hours. We are going to live stream for a minimum of 2 hours in the morning time and the evening time. Well, it's the afternoon time now, but that's what we're going to do. So I look forward to seeing you again in approximately 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. I don't know how much. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for everybody that has been here. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for all the comments, the wonderful comments that I've received. Wonderful. Good to see that. And what else is there to say, my friends, except be cool out there. Be cool. Let's see. Let's read some of the comments and we'll go. So Rudraksha beads in the Vedic text consider as Shiva's teardrops. Always on Hinduism as tears are grown. Yes, that is tears of Shiva. Correct. Is one bead good enough? Bamu, no. You would need at least 84 beads to wear. For wearing purposes. That's what Sadhguru says. So these beads that I have for sale on my website, shivakailash.com, is 84 beads. I'm sorry, 108 beads. It's a big, big necklace. That's what you see me wear. So any other questions? Shiva's behaviors. Okay. Thank you to all my fans that have watched this video. Thank you to all the fans that continue to tune in and subscribe. And we look forward to seeing you again very, very, very soon, my friends.